Assalamu Alaikum everyone, I'm Ahmed and welcome back. So in this tutorial we're gonna learn about if, else and if statements in Python. So head over to your editor, whatever text editor you're using, might be using others. I haven't introduced you the others yet. I'm using PyCharm and I have my main.py file and I'm gonna work over here. So first thing we want to do is create a name string object going to contain my name Ahmed in capital letter on lower letters, and if I want to check um, if I I have printed it, it's returning Ahmed. If I want to check if my name is actually my name, you might not. Let me just show you that right now. I'm gonna use if name, the name variable, and now my condition starts. If is my statement, my can say the if statement is beautiful little text box pops up. In PyCharm it's really cool. If name, now I have my operators, we learned that before. Equals to, now the equals to sign is to check whether in conditions you can say it's like if name equals to Ahmed, I use a colon to start doing what I want to do. So what this actually would do is if this condition is true, because this condition has to be true to run whatever we are gonna happen later. I'm just gonna use a comment over here. This is our condition. If it is true, do the things below. If not, do nothing. Not do nothing. A bit of long comment. If you read this, you will understand it. Now, if name equals to Ahmed, print is equals to Ahmed, then print for correct name. I'm gonna run this and we get correct name. What if I change my condition? Let me change this to Bill and I get nothing because name was not equal to Ahmed. Now what if I have a capitalized letter Ahmed and I want to check if Ahmed is equal to Ahmed? Again, it's empty. Why? Because this had a capital letter. It's important to notice. What if I want to? What if I want capital letter over here and a small letter over here, and still this condition would want to be run? In the last tutorial, we learned about methods, and that's what we're gonna use here also. Now for name, I'm gonna use the method lower. This is just gonna lower our Ahmed string and do what we want it to do. So we get correct name. This is a basic functionality. Next, let me just add here comment. This is what to do if our condition is only if our condition is true. Next, if we type in here a wrong name such as joke, it would return us nothing. It won't even tell us that if this is a name or not. Now, for that, in Python we use else statement, else, and we don't use any condition in this. Else statements are simple. If our if statement is false, if it is false, it will return us a default, you can say, value. So I'm gonna print wrong, wrong name, wrong name. So it's returning us wrong name because our if statement was false, was joke, and when it was false, the else statement quickly indicated that this is false. So I'm gonna just print out what I have as default value. So it is. So next, what else do we have? Yeah. What if we want to have multiple choices, multiple conditions, check whether Ahmed or other names such as Ben, Bill, Tim, or many other names. What if those are equal to our? What if we want to add those multiple names in our condition? We could use the OR logical operator, but in Python we actually use the elif method. Elif is similar to if else. The difference is that it contains a condition, and this only runs if our condition at the top of our if statement is true. So elif el from else, el, and if from the if statement. Next we have our condition name dot lower is equal to let's say right now Tim. I'm gonna say colon. I'm just gonna copy paste this kind of code. Correct name to our using the logical operator, and I'm gonna do this for both. Try these out. What kind of an error? So I'm gonna run this. Oh, I didn't name anything over here. So if I type in Tim, it's gonna return as correct name. You are Tim. If I type here Ahmed, it's gonna return as correct name. You are Ahmed. So we can use multiple elif statements. Gonna copy paste this. Lazy. Oh, what is condition? So I have multiple. I can name these Bill, then, and Bill, Bill, and lastly we no other. So we can use multiple and if statements. Next we have nested if statement. Nested if statement, else, else statement. Just kind of a nesting leader. So let me just remove this bunch of text from here, and once we have our name checked, what if we want to check something else inside of our if statement? Now let me put in age here, 19. So what if if we check our age, what if we want name? If we have checked our name and it's true, what if we want to check other attributes, other objects, like I'm just gonna show you what it is. We're again gonna use the same if statement inside of if statement, but along with a with an indentation. Along with an indentation. Now, if age equals to 19, use no. Oh, I should have used semi colon, just a colon. Now this is a nesting if statement inside of the if statement that was checking whether name is equal to Ahmed. Now we can do whatever we want to do over here. We can print for fact my name is Ahmed and then print my run my code. I get correct name your Ahmed, correct age. Let me just add a bunch of stuff. Oh, oh. And name is uh, here. What I get an error here. These are types of error. Can only confirm one get here. Oh, this age is a integer object. It's an integer. So we want this to be converted to a string. So I'm just gonna start the string method, and this age will be successfully converted to a string. Now I'm gonna run it and see we get our correct name, your Ahmed, correct age, you are 19. So our code, and this is the nesting. We can also use elif and else statement inside of nesting. What time do we have? 12 minutes? Not very much. So we can use an elif statements, if statements, and if age equals to team, uh, are you sure? Just gonna try something else. Are you sure you are? Okay. Are you sure you are 15? So I'm gonna run this. Stop and rerun. This dialog box would run if only we rerun our code. You just have to click on do not show this dialog box in the future and stop and rerun. Are you sure you are 15? It's an elif statement again. If I use an else statement and print out what's happening and print out wrong age. I 13, no, wrong age. So it's a wrong age. This is how we use if statement and nesting if statement. Now we can nest these statements in the inside of elif statement or else statement. For now, I'm just gonna use them inside of this statement. Age equals to 20, age is 17. I'm gonna name this what we call it Tim. I'm gonna 20. I'm gonna run my code. Correct name you are Tim. Correct age you are 20. What if I name number this 17 as the age? Correct name your name. Are you sure you are 17? If I put a wrong age, for example 50, that's a really large, wrong age, wrong age. It's not the correct age. Correct name your name, wrong age. So this is how if statements, elif and else statements work, and also how nesting statements work. Now you can also use nesting statements inside of else statement, but I'm not gonna do over here because it just returns us a wrong name. What if we want? Uh, let's just leave it like this. So this is the end of the video.